As Europe formally authorizes XRP payments and integrates Ripple Net technology, including the XRP ledger, into the digital euro project, the price of XRP has recently been set at more than $50,000. It has become so bad that Europe now thinks the digital euro should be based on the XRP ledger and should make it easier for people in the EU to make international payments. All of this began on December 14, 2024, when the biggest European bank agreed to accept XRP payments and use them to facilitate quicker institutional and international payments. The European Union has actually just clarified something. XRP is what they want. To counter Trump's push for the US-backed stablecoin RLUSD, they have actually approved a digital euro on the XRP ledger. In fact, the Digital Euro Association has partnered with Ripple to actually facilitate integration of the digital euro onto the XRP ledger and facilitate payments using it. This implies that all European euro transactions will now be made using XRP as the payment method. Furthermore, the price range of $10,000 to $50,000 per XRP might not seem that unrealistic. James Wallace, the vice president for central bank engagements at Ripple, has actually authorized and converted this, affirming that the central banks will utilize XRP to sell money from point A to point B simultaneously, easily, seamlessly, and affordably, and that the European Union has been in discussions with them about this. However, he also underlined that not all central banks have access to enough XRP. As a result, the price must take into account the volume, the future XRP, and the enormous number of transactions. We're only getting started, though. The price of XRP is actually $3.02 right now, and we recently verified that the European central banks had set the price at more than $50,000. This is what we are doing for you then. In order to provide you with even more XRP, we have partnered with Uphold to offer up to $100 to each and every viewer of today's video. It's literally free money after all. Simply like the video, subscribe to the channel with your preferred alerts, leave a comment with XRP in the comment section, and then use my link in the description to sign up for Uphold. After completing that, you will receive your first $100 for free, which is essentially free money for a cryptocurrency like XRP, which has a $50,000 price tag. It's yours at no cost. Having stated that, let's return to the video. There will soon be a $30 to $50 trillion inflow into the XRP ledger. The United Kingdom verified this. The first ever UK tokenized money market fund was actually introduced today by Ripple and Archax on the XRP ledger in the UK. The weird part comes next. Had actually issued a statement following their collaboration with the UK Central Bank, predicting that the value of XRP facilitated by the end of 2025 will exceed $50 trillion. Are you all aware of how much XRP is worth at that price? It would imply that XRP would be worth more than $3,000 per unit, which is exactly what Archax's CEO said live on TV. And I'm going to present it to you all now. On the XRP ledger, between 30 and 50 trillion will be transferred. Now, when you consider all of Europe and how they have set the price at $50,000, it's not that absurd, especially in light of the fact that European governments and central banks are now formally recognizing XRP. For instance, the Bank of France has formally begun testing Ripple's ledger for digital Europe. How we are demonstrating the true usefulness. Guys, have a look at this. The private ledger of Ripple, 1,500 TPS, uncertain future TPS, and digital euro testing. Once more, this alone demonstrates XRP's worldwide scalability. Additionally, we must keep in mind that $10,000 for XRP is not that crazy. We will actually witness that. In fact, the founders of XRP and Ripple both gave their approval. Britcher, Arthur. You may not be aware of this, but according to Arthur Britcher, the founder of XRP and Ripple's own co-founder, XRP is intended for $10,000 and needs to be scalable to support 7.5 billion users. Furthermore, other papers provided concrete evidence of that. If you look at this one again, Ripple mentioned that it may reach $10,000 with global scalability, but they are keeping it a secret so that you won't purchase XRP before it's time. Instead of selling high and purchasing low, they would prefer that you buy high and sell cheap. Here's another illustration. The Irish Central Bank incorporates the Ripple Payment XRP system into its framework and payment infrastructure. And something such to those is taking place even here in the United States of America. We are aware that the Federal Reserve payment system is undergoing a modernization update, which will incorporate blockchain and XRP ledger technology. Likewise, XRP has been authorized for use in payments by the central banks of Europe and Ireland. Another enormous $600 trillion market is developing on the XRP ledger as we discuss the integration of real-world organizations and infrastructures, such as the banking sector, joining the XRP ledger. Additionally, Ripple's own staff has validated it. One of the most lucrative asset groups that is slated to join the XRP ledger is the real estate market. This has been confirmed by RippleX, the official Ripple website and Twitter account. And as part of a partnership with RealFi, which we use as the realtor, can build on the XRP ledger to allow you to purchase over 10,000 plus properties valued at over $2 billion across 50 plus locations worldwide. We recently confirmed to news, take a look at this, that you can now buy real estate using the XRP ledger at over 50 plus locations. And these include real estate, residential real estate, commercial real estate, and pretty much everything else. And the XRP ledger is where it's all taking place. This is significant because the price of the actual token will skyrocket since it is constructed on the XRP ledger. It hasn't been discussed yet. For the XRP ledger, this is the largest development in months. Really, you're talking about a market of $600 trillion that has been unleashed. I hope you all had fun. Please remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're interested, and share it. I'll see you all again soon. Peace.